I'm just gonna try to. I'm good. I don't know where you guys are to set up.
Great, that's good.
I know.
Yeah, there's a big headline.
That's all.
Okay.
But sometimes we don't know. We don't know.
We'll remind him. We'll keep reminding him. Yeah.
But if I know,
Judy! Are you warm?
I am. It's like I give it this.
Oh,
So we should start tomorrow. How are you? She should start open. She can do a prayer.
6:11.
Okay guys, we are going to start
Use a microphone.
because it is cold. I was going to start, but my wife isn't here. Where is she?
Where is she? Amy!
Oh, there she is. All right, okay.
Where
All right,
are
so we
you?
are going to start. It is a cold night. But you know what we have to remember? It was colder last year at this same time, wasn't it?
Yes.
And you know, I wasn't here. I was in a nice warm place in Florida. So I did not know what was happening here. Alina, you should actually facilitate this. Oh, Amy, hey Amy, come on. So you can do that.
Well, so many of us were here a year ago this day. We had already been devastated by the news that Jean Montrevil had been taken a week prior. And then for us to all gather at 26 Federal Plaza in the morning, only to find out that the same thing would be happening to Ravi. It was a devastating time, but you all knew that that was not the end, that we would keep fighting. And that's exactly what you did. And so we knew we couldn't let this day go by without marking the fact that it's been a year, but Ravi is still here with us. Thanks to all of you that we're still fighting, that even though that Jean was deported, we are here to support him as well and to support his family and to fight for all of our friends and loved ones who are here fighting deportation or who have already been deported. And that is the power of the movement that you all have built. And so we know it's cold. We're going to keep it tight. So we're going to have Donna and Ravi speak, share their thoughts on this day. To thank all of you for what you've done and be led in a Jericho walk by Micah. So thank you all for being here on this cold night and for showing up every time we need it most. You're incredible. So I'm going to turn it over to Donna.
Hey, all right. In us, the poor of the land will be sheltered. Through us, the ancient city of Jerusalem, the great house of God, however you call him, her, that, will come to us. Weeping may endure for the night, but joy will come in the morning. It's guaranteed. And if we have to be here next year, we will be. And if we have to be there in 2020, we will be. Because we are not going away. You cannot deport a movement.
Yes.
Be good to each other. It's not looking good, but it's not looking bad either. So, thanks be to God that Ravi is still here. And Jean, I spoke with him today, has rebuilt his father's house and his father's business, and he wants you to know that he's okay. And Ravi will be okay, and we will be okay, and this stupid country of ours will also be okay. Maybe not great again, but okay. All right.
So I have a lot to say, but I will try to keep it short because it is cold. You know, I looks like I have not been affected by what happened on January 11. This is going to be really tough for me to speak right now. because you are all asking me to talk about my feelings, which is a major problem for me. And when after the 11th, I did not travel across country. I did not travel by air until 3 weeks, for a month ago when I went to San Diego. And as I was getting on the plane, literally as I was stepping into the plane, I felt the anxiety ripping through me. I did not know how much the January 11th affected me. And it has been difficult to talk about this. Many of you you were there on January 11th. You actually felt this more than I did, because you were there on the ground in the violence that was incited and perpetrated by ICE and DHS. That's right. Many of you walked there, and many of you stood there and did not retaliate, but you stood there and received the violence. And because you were doing that, because you stood up, I am here today. So I want to acknowledge everyone here who made it possible for me to stand here with you, to speak to you, to talk to you and to address you in this place, 201 Varick Street, which is the location of the detained docket, where people come in here shackled as they are taken into court. I have, how I knew what was happening at Varick Street is when we landed in Miami. Like I said, I was in a warm place. I did not feel the cold that you all were feeling here. But it was cold, but it was extremely hot and heated because everyone here was angry, and everyone here was passionate, and everyone here felt that this had to stop. So when I landed in Miami, how I knew what was happening is the ICE officers were looking, they got signal as we were coming out of the plane, and as they were looking at their feed, their Facebook feed, they were saying, "Oh my God, do you see what has happened at Varick Street? They are taking over the whole area at Varick Street. They have surrounded the building at Varick Street." They had felt and they knew, they were surprised at what was happening. You all had made that possible. You all had done that. You all had stood up and changed what is happening, and even made it possible so that the court, which would normally not address this issue because hundreds of people have been deported, and even when we submitted documents to the court, they would refuse to address the problem. It was addressed. It was addressed in such a strong way that they recognize the regime that we have right now, the regime that we normally would revile. They've addressed this. So it is important for me to acknowledge and to say thank you and my appreciation to all of you for being here and for standing up and for coming out on this cold light. What do we do here? Are we celebrating? What are we doing here? Okay, we are celebrating.
Celebrating solidarity.
We are celebrating solidarity. We are celebrating victory. We are celebrating relationship. We are celebrating movement. We are celebrating friendship. We are celebrating each other. We are celebrating togetherness. We are celebrating that we can win. We have had a victory. And we have shown people that it could be done. We have been an example that we can stop this. You can stop this. We need to stop this. By the way, did everyone saw what happened today? They are closing the concentration camp in Tolilo, Texas. They have removed every child in that camp and that tent, and now they are planning to demobilize it. We have done that because we were bringing it to attention. We were showing that this is the direction of our country. We are now on the verge of another crisis where a national emergency may be called. What do you remember history when the emergency was called? What happened next? We need to stop this. We do not want history to repeat itself, right? But you know, many of you have heard me speak about the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, who said, "It is not the violence of my enemies I remember, but the silence of my friends." Well, fortunately, it is not. I do not have to remember the silence of my friends, because you are not silent. You are not quiet. You put your bodies on the line to show your words and your actions that spoke 1,000 words. Thank you. I love you guys too. And you, I remember this. Unfortunately, I also feel guilty. What did I do to deserve this? I am going to break down. I break down very fast right now. And like I said, if I talk about my feelings, I break down. But what do I do to deserve you guys? What do I do to deserve having you stand with me? What did I do to deserve you stopping my deportation? And I thank you for being there for me. I will receive your blessing and I will receive your support, and I accept it, and I say thank you. Thank you very much that we are here to celebrate together. Thank you. And I am going to end now because we need to start walking and it's cold. So let us start walking. Alina, where is Alina?
Marching on the freedom flag. Racism ain't gonna let no racism turn me around. Turn me around. Turn me around. Ain't gonna let no racism turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching on the freedom flag. Oh yeah, I'm gonna let no president turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let no president turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching on the freedom flag. Shut down. Ain't gonna let no shutdowns turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let no shutdowns turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching on the freedom. Deportation! Ain't gonna let deportations turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let deportation turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching on the freedom flag. Detention! I'm gonna let no detention turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let no detention turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking. How do you say it?
Cody, just go to the other end of the door. That door right there.
Turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let no border turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking.
Please come in. All right. I asked the friends first to stand up because this is a protection. We need your protection. We need your support. We need you to put your bodies on the line for us. And you have done that. We know you have done that. We know you continue to do that. But I want you to, Judith and Juana, to see that you are there for us. The NSC staff, those who got arrested, did that, and the NSC staff is coordinates and be there on the ground every single day. So I want us to be facing the building, because as we scream loudly, we want to break down the walls. But before I do that, I want to invite the officers in my PD. Can you join us for the scream too? We cannot invite the NYPD, you guys, to scream with us about what is wrong and happening in our country. No? Because this is important, because we are all affected by this. Whether you are law enforcement or federal officer, we are all affected by the regime that is in our administration. So you can join us in screaming. If anyone wants to scream loudly, let's scream. Are we ready? Micah is the one. Come on.
Thank you. Sorry.
That's okay. Don't worry, you can stand up and scream with us. Don't worry, anyone can scream with us. Micah is going to lead us into the scream. He's a good screamer. Yeah. He is an excellent screamer. Follow Micah's scream, and we will make this place full of. Micah.
Let's do it. You want to face the building here?
You can put your hands on the building too.
Marching on to freedom. 2019.